Hey, what is up guys? I just wanted to answer a quick question. Is programming easy to learn? And the answer is yes, it is probably one of the most easiest things that you can learn. And I'll explain why. Programming is a very difficult concept to learn. If you're trying to learn, for example, if you're learning math or if you're learning science, physics, chemistry, if you don't know the background of it's very boring. It's like if you're a wine taster, you have to understand wine to enjoy it. Now the same thing goes with math and science. If you understand the art behind math or science, you become very enthused about learning it. And that's the same thing about programming. If someone forces you to learn this programming code line after line memorizing, first of all, there is no memorizing. It's all Google. And it's less about memorizing code and trying to be like a master programmer, understanding the whole concept. That's something that you eventually get to as a senior programmer. But when you're learning programming, a very easy way to learn it is by working at the backwards principle. Learning what you want to program based on what you want to program first. So you always want to have the concept of what you want to prototype, and then you want to start learning the code necessary to make that program. Because one of the downfalls or pitfalls that a lot of programmers get into is that they begin to learn everything about programming. They think, oh, I gotta be a programmer, and then I gotta learn this, and then I gotta learn that. And that's all good. It's all good and dandy. It's wonderful that people are learning programming, but when people forget learning what valuable programming is, they begin to learn things that are not that interesting. For example, if I tell you about what late static binding in PHP is, it's not necessary, because late static binding was something that PHP 7 no longer has to make separately, because they built something like that inside the functionality of the program itself, of the programming language itself. And it was something more that new languages that didn't have that functionality did, and different programming languages have different types of consistencies on how they program the same thing. But if you can learn everything about programming, and you can learn about all the quirks of programming aspects of a language and learn all the minute details of a characteristic, but if that minute detail doesn't make you money, then it's not as valuable. So is programming easy to learn? Yes. It is one of the easiest things to learn, because all you have to be is a good Googler. Now, the more you do it, the more complex digital products you'll be able to prototype and make. So that will be something that you'll be getting better at as you advance in your programming career. But if you always have the focus of your product in mind, which is artistic, and humans are visual creatures, and you always have that visual cue inside our brain before we think of what to create, it becomes a very enjoyable process. So I hope you guys have a very visually enthused view or perspective towards programming when you guys are making your programs, so that you can make yourself enjoyable when you're learning programming. So I hope you guys don't take programming too seriously. Programming is something that you should naturally ease into because you love making the products. That's my concept of why programming is such an easy thing to learn. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about a programmer, feel free to hit me up on my Twitter. It's at DATSimon, DATSIMON. Or you can just leave a comment down below. And I love interacting with you guys. So I hope you guys had a wonderful new year, and I hope you guys enjoy programming. I hope programming is one of the easiest things for you. I've been doing programming for about a year now. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a wonderful time. Promise me you'll have a wonderful time. And I'll see you guys in my next video.